Great bosses understand the importance of communication. They know their colleagues depend on them for information. Welcome to the Poynter Institute. If you were with us right now in a management seminar, I'd be turning to you and asking you to tell me about any given day and how you as a manager communicate. And I'd probably hear face-to-face feedback, right? And then leading meetings, absolutely. And sending emails, that's for sure. Making presentations, yep. Writing reports, teaching and training, conference calls, and maybe you're dabbling in social media. And then, of course, there's that all-important management by walking around. And that's how you make sure that you and they are always kept in the loop. Communication is something many managers take for granted when they're promoting. What's the big deal? It's a little talking, a little writing. Oh, but it's so much more. And let me explain how I know. When managers come to Poynter for our leadership seminars, they get feedback from their co-workers, those who report to them, their bosses, and their colleagues. One of the things we ask about is their communication skills. That's when they discover their communication strengths and gaps. And in general, here are some of the communication challenges we see managers facing. People need more feedback. In fact, they crave it. Email is overused or misused. Listening skills are a challenge for some bosses. Meetings are unsatisfactory, but for a wide variety of reasons. And some staff get too much or too little contact with managers. So we work on all of those issues, but before you tackle them, you really need to understand how your core communication style affects your behaviors. That's where understanding your personality type comes in. Have you ever taken the Myers-Briggs type indicator? I know from administering it to hundreds of people that knowing your type, introverted or extroverted, can really help you understand and change some of your communication behaviors. We like to operate from the golden rule, do unto others the way you'd have them do unto you. The problem is, they're not you. So if you're an extrovert, what works for you is to think by talking and connect with people, and that gives you energy. But if you're an introvert, well, you prefer to think through an idea before you deliver it, kind of fully bake it before it's presented. Well, imagine the challenges then when introverts and extroverts manage each other. There can be lots of confusion and missed opportunities. The good news is you can learn to adapt and change your communication style. Here are some tips. Assume it is your responsibility to know how to reach people. Use email strategically, not as a way to avoid face-to-face interaction. Don't use email in anger. Build your listening skills. Double your feedback. And learn more about your communication style. To help you with that, let me suggest that you go to Poynter's e-learning site, News University, and check out our video, What Great Bosses Know About Communication Styles. And in this instructional video, I've invited my Poynter colleague Butch Ward, a respected manager and an introvert, to join me, an extrovert, to talk about how those styles can be adapted in the workplace. It will help you identify your style and give you some absolutely helpful tips to become a great boss. I'm Jill Geisler of the Poynter Institute. Please stay in touch.